Hello students, my name is Dr. Jose Macia. I'd like to welcome you to COMP 2000. I know that we have been in class for about a week, and I wanted to give you an opportunity to settle in and be able to navigate the Blackboard course. At the same time, I'd like to start with this mini introduction video to just go over some highlights regarding the course itself, and at the same time be able to introduce myself. I am an adjunct faculty member here at Nova Southeastern University, and I am very proud to be your instructor this semester and excited about this semester. I have taught COMP 2000 before. It is a great opportunity to learn about research skills that will hopefully help you throughout your university studies. That's the goal, for all of the research skills that you learn here in COMP 2000 to be able to help you in the future for all of your courses, not only at the bachelor's level, but perhaps for some of you who whose goal is to attain a master's degree or a doctorate or professional studies in other areas. So I'll start with the actual homepage itself, and what I'd like to do is show you the screen regarding the actual. I'm just going to go over the menu in terms of a few of the important links. You can of course explore all of the course through Blackboard. So let me start with the menu here. First of all, most importantly, you have the syllabus. So I'm going to click on the syllabus. Hopefully all of you have read the syllabus. It's important that you read the syllabus that's online. I will open it up. It drops right here. So I'm not going to read the entire syllabus for you. That's part of your, if you haven't read the syllabus, it's very important that you do by the end of this week. I have highlighted in blue some important areas. However, that doesn't mean that everything on the syllabus is not important. Everything is important, and it's important that you read throughout the entire syllabus. The overall major goal of the course is to write a research paper following APA format. That is research project number 3. The other research projects, research project number 1 and research project number 2, are the foundation, if you will, of research project number 3. So there is a lot of preparation involved in the actual building to the research project, and most of you have already followed the syllabus in week 1, and now we're in week 2. I did want to inform you, and I put up an announcement just a few minutes ago, that I have extended the deadlines for week 1, in particular for a few students who have started a few days later in terms of registration. So that way everybody has a chance to catch up. So I've extended the deadlines for the activities in week 1, in particular the diagnostic writing topic, so that you can have everyone can have a chance to finish. And please make sure that you finish all of the activities in week 1 by week 2. So here's the deadline for week 2, which is January 22nd, which is Sunday, by 11:59 p.m. And as I said, all of the week 1 activities and week 2 activities are now due by this coming Sunday. So please make sure that if you haven't caught up, that you are fully caught up. By the way, some of you are asking questions regarding how to click on to certain areas to get to the diagnostic assignment, and that's good that you're learning that, because each of the papers, or any of the papers that you actually have to submit, will be done in the same manner. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that in a few minutes when we get back to Blackboard. Okay, please take time to really read the syllabus, and if you have any questions regarding the syllabus, you can either email me or feel free to call me. You have my number. my numbers on the contact numbers on the syllabus. And it's really important that you have that number because as far as an online community, I do believe in communication with the instructor. So I encourage you to call me. If for some reason I can't take the call at that moment, leave a message. I do not ask anybody or require anyone to text simply because it might cost someone money. But if you want to text and that's up to you, then you can go ahead and do that as well. Sometimes it is best to just give me a call, or I will say either in an email or a text, give me a call, because it's easier to explain or answer your question in a conversation versus writing a long email about it. So I do believe in that idea of conference calls. I can also give you feedback on papers via conference calls. It is a fully online experience, but at the same time, I want everyone to understand that as much as it is a fully online experience, you have the opportunity to be able to communicate with me as much as you really need to. So please feel free to do that. Okay, I fully encourage that. I do want you to notice the grade breakdown. The discussion posts are 10%. Those get calculated at the end. In other words, all of the discussion posts together are 10%. Research project number 1 is 10%. Research project number 2 is 20% of your grade. It all adds up to 100. And research project number 3 is 30% of the grade, because that's the full research paper. The research paper will also, accompanying the research paper, and before it's actually finally turned in, there will be a multimedia presentation. I'll talk more about that and lecture about that in the future. But multimedia is could be a PowerPoint with sound or voice, or it could be a text in a PowerPoint with hyperlinks. Basically, it's a way for you to be able to show and tell your research to the class. It is not I would say, a complicated assignment. It's an assignment that once you're involved in outlining and actually having a full rough draft of your research paper, it would be a presentation that you would put together, and I will give you more guidance on that in the near future in terms of the presentations that you will present to the class. Some of you might want to do a screencasting like I'm doing right now. This is called a screencasting, but that is not, I'll give you some options to do that as well, although that is not required. So take a look at that, and the certificate of authorship, this will be actually attached to each one of your 3 major projects. And this is a Nova Southeastern University and Writing Department requirement, which is basically your signature that it is your authentic work. So I will be collecting that as well. They can be scanned, or you can take a pic of them with your signature and attach them with the paper. I'll explain how to do that later. Okay. At this point, I'll let you read the rest of the syllabus, and I will go back to the D2L shell, and I'm going to explain how to post an assignment. You would go to my course content. Like I said, some of you had this question regarding your diagnostic writings. Then you would click on learning module number 1 right here. So click into there. And once you click into there, you will see diagnostic writing topic. Now, the diagnostic is not for a grade. I do give 1 point for it, simply because I have to give a point for it in order for you to be able to post it, but it's more of a participation point. It's not for a grade. As long as you do the diagnostic, everyone does get a grade. This is just a way of me getting a feel for the way that the overall class writes, including individual students, and be able to use that as a base, if you will, for improvement. So that's all that is. You're not going to be necessarily getting that back with a grade, or you won't be getting that back with a grade. It's just for, it helps me as a teacher as we plan the rest of the class and any writing instruction that I'm giving the class. So each of your actual papers will be posted in the same way that I just explained, the diagnostic writing topic. And your grades will be included here under the My Grades section. Of course, you can only see, those are private, and only you can see them. Discussions is an area that is public. Many of you have already introduced yourself and I've welcomed you. If there's someone that's still left to do that, please complete that by Sunday, this coming Sunday. And as you notice, many of you have already introduced yourself, and wonderful, great job, great job. And remember that all of this, both your posts, your introduction posts, as well as your feedback to your peers, is a way of you writing and practicing your writing. So that's really the point behind all of this. Go back to discussion. Questions for the class. None of you have asked any questions for the class. This is a public forum where you can ask questions to the class, and also you can help each other by answering questions for your classmates. Very important concept, especially in the online learning venue. Okay. These discussions are, I can see some of you have already been involved in them, are weekly discussions, and the instructions for these discussions are both on the syllabus as well as in the course content. So I'll go back to the course content. And on a weekly basis, I will be adding videos and other areas and links to the course content. It is important that you take time to read all of the information, as well as that you follow along in your textbook. It is important to have a textbook because those discussions on a weekly basis are based on your textbook. Okay? I hope all of you finished your library orientation. That was important as well, in particular to the research process. And now many of you, most of you, are working on week 2. As I said, you're going to see me on a weekly basis pop in new videos, lectures, screencastings of me giving lectures, and we are also able to do video chats together, which is another way of giving you feedback on your paper, but I will give you more instructions to that in the near future. At this time, I'd like to end this particular video and like to welcome you to the class once again. And I also encourage you to give me a call with any of the questions that you might have. Welcome once again to COMP 2000.